Hey guys, it's me Miranda and I'm back today to do a coloring book haul. It has been a minute since I have done a haul video. So the last haul video I filmed was for April, and April I got quite a few books, and then Mermaid hit and I was just coloring in all of my mermaid books, so I wasn't really coloring in the books that I had received for April. And so May, I didn't buy too much, and then June I kind of made up for it. So I'll just get into showing you all I have. I'm gonna show you all of the solid like coloring books, and then I do have some not really coloring supplies, but I'm gonna use them for my coloring, so I figured I'd show them to you as well. So let me clear off my space here. Also, I do want to note that I am filming in a different location right now. I usually film at my kitchen table, but I am doing a 1,000 piece puzzle that I started on Wednesday, I want to say. And it is now Sunday. It is Father's Day, so happy Father's Day to anyone watching that is a father. But anyway, I didn't have any extra room to film this over there, so I figured I would just film on this TV tray that I have. I'm just sitting on my floor and my camera is mounted all sorts of weird ways, so I really am committed to filming this video for you guys. But I do plan on filming like what I've colored and show you what I've colored for the month at the end of June like I normally do, and I think by that time I should be done with that puzzle. So hopefully we will be back in our normal spot. But I don't think this looks too bad. You can see a little bit of my carpeting right here because it's not quite wide enough, I guess. But that's okay. We're here. It's okay, you know. So let me get on to showing you the coloring books that I have. So this is Doodle Adventure. I believe it was Fairy Tales, illustrated by Ronnie C. Pias. Here, I'll bring it up closer. I believe that's German. Yeah, I believe this is German. I know they have a Spanish, and I know that's not Spanish, and I think they had a French copy. It is a Julia Rivers book, so there's that. That's what the back looks like, and I'll bring it up closer so you can see the ISBN number there. But I do have the original copy that was printed in English, but my copy I colored in so much. It was actually one of the first books that I really got into when I started adult coloring, and I colored in it, and then I tore the pages out when I was done coloring them and gave them away, or I don't know, put them places and lost them when I moved and whatnot. But anywho, I really wanted a second copy of this, one that I would keep more together, or just try to color again. And so I just picked up this copy of it. It doesn't really matter that it's in a different language to me, because all that's in a different language is the title. But the book is super cute. You guys, if you do not have this book, or you have never seen this book, you have to get it. This is the only thing I'm ever going to tell you that you have to get. So I love Ronnie C. Pias's illustration style, and I'll bring it up a little bit closer just so you can kind of see all the detail, but I think you can mostly see it from there. This is Fairy Tales, so it just has a whole bunch of different fairy tale characters, and I just love how everything's kind of like grouped and just kind of grows off of maybe like a center point, or this is one of my favorite pages. But I'll bring it up closer so you can really see how many different characters they add. And it's just super cute. I feel like this is one of the books that you could definitely make as simple or as complicated as you want. And also, when I first colored like my first copy of this, I didn't do anything with the background. I was just doing pencil. But I definitely really want to do marker base with some pencils. And then I would love to do some watercoloring on the backgrounds of these pages, because I think that would be super cute. So I did color that page originally, but this, you guys, this book is so cute, and this might be one of those books that I do without like a full flip without being asked, because I just love it so much. I actually don't know if there's flips of this on YouTube already, but very much worth it. And then there are some, these are not necessarily Ronnie C. Pias's illustrations. These are just Julia River books back here. I think this one, yeah, this one is illustrated by Ronnie C. Pias. I think that's how I think I'm saying the illustrator's name right. I could be wrong, but these are just Julia Rivers books, which are still super cute. I don't think I have I know I have a couple other ones of her books, and I do like them, but I mostly was looking for the same illustrator, and I don't think they illustrated. I think they have like three books that they illustrated, coloring books, because I believe Ronnie is a child's illustrator, like for child books. So that is that one. The next book that I got is this Color by Number Mystery Mosaics. This is book 15, and this is by Mindware. And then here is the back. So I don't know that it tells you how many you get in here. No, I don't see it on here. Here's the bottom information. But I have been really loving doing color by numbers, and I do have the Mosaics, I think it's called cartoon characters, that I've shown on here before, I believe. So I wanted something similar, so I picked this one up. They do, like it says, it's book 15, so they do have quite a few different ones. And then I did not know this, but Mindware has their own set of colored pencil that has the number on it that correlates with the color palette in this book. And I guess they go along with all of their books, so if you wanted to, you could buy their pencils and use those. That way you wouldn't have to try to match up your colors. But I'm totally fine doing my own. I have enough colored pencils and markers to make this work. And I don't think I'm going to be giving anything away, because this is what you would be seeing if you bought the book. But you are getting single-sided. I don't believe they're, oh yes, they are perforated, but they're perforated on the other side of the colors here. So you get like a color key at the top of, like, towards the, not the top, but more towards the binding of the book. You get the color key of what you're going to use in this page, and then I don't know if you can see it, but the perforation runs just below them. So if you did choose to tear this page out, you wouldn't have those color keys on your picture, which is nice, because I tend to scribble over these to check my colors. And then also down at the bottom, it just says what mosaic it numbers them. Here you can really see. So that's kind of what it would look like if you tore it out. And then it tells you also that what book it's in. So it says Mystery Mosaics book 15. So if you did tear these out and you had multiple books, you could keep track of where they came from. And then also I wanted to show you in this book, they have a couple fold out pages. So they're extra long, which is nice and different. So I haven't done anything in this book yet, but I am super excited. Oop, there's the key in the back. We're not going to show that. Yeah, but I haven't colored in this one yet, but I am super excited to. I think in a lot of the other color by number books too, I wanted to point out, they just have a whole square is one color. But in this book, they do divide some of the squares up to have multiple colors. So sometimes I do like the cross stitch method, or like where you just put an X over the square instead of coloring the entire square. But on these ones, you would kind of have to be more careful about the places that it's divided. But the paper is very nice in this book too. So that is that book. And then the next book I have to show you is Creative Haven Lotus Design Coloring Book. And this has over 30 lotus designs to color. This is Creative Haven, so it's Dover Publishing. And the artwork is by Alberta Hutchinson. And I'll bring it up closer so you can really see all of the publisher information, the ISBN, everything like that. So I picked this book up because I really like Creative Haven books, and also I think this book was on sale as well, but I really love coloring mandalas, and this is something that's kind of similar to mandalas, at least for me it is. So the inside flap, you get a colored image, then this is our title page, and then we have our coloring pages. So with Creative Haven, you get one-sided images. They all are perforated, and also to note in this book, each image is titled, but they're on the inside of the perforation. So if you tore this page out, the title would stay in the book. But here's the back colored image. But like I said, these kind of remind me of mandalas, but you could definitely color like any way you wanted in this book. I just really like coloring this kind of stuff. So I actually just got this book, so I haven't colored in it yet. I was actually going to color in it last night, but then I started coloring a Carla Magana page, so you'll be seeing that at the end of the month. Okay, so the next book I have is an autumn coloring book. This is an adult coloring book, Autumn, by Jade Summer. So quick note, it is June, obviously. I'm filming this on Father's Day. It is June. It's supposed to be summer weather, but last week we had a lot of rain, and our weather was barely getting up into the 70s, and it was dropping down into the 40s at night. So it felt like fall. And I'm not complaining because I love fall, but I was totally ready for summer weather. So it bummed me out a little bit, but also when I was scrolling through Amazon, I started looking at more fall books, and a couple of these books, because they're out of season, they were a little bit discounted, so I chose to pick them up now because I definitely will want to color in them later. And also I don't know if you guys are the same way. You'll have to let me know down below, but the closer it gets to Christmas, I will stop doing Amazon hauls. So I'm probably not going to have an Amazon haul, honestly, for December, maybe even November. What I will have is my birthday's in November, so if I do get anything for my birthday, I'll show it. And then if I get anything for Christmas, I'll show that. But I don't really anticipate getting anything this year. Just because. But when I do, like when people buy me gifts, they do tend to buy me coloring stuff because they know that's what I do. So anyway, long story short, I like to tend to buy my holiday books early because I don't buy so much closer to the holidays. So that is why I purchased some of these books that are coming up. This is the back with the thumbnails and the ISBN number. Yeah, you guys will have to let me know if you're the same way, or do you splurge a little bit and buy some things for yourself? I still buy things for myself. I don't want to say that I don't buy anything for myself during the holidays, because if I'm out shopping, they of course run good deals. I usually always pick myself up a pair of slippers for sure, and then I'll usually splurge and buy myself, something while I'm out in the stores or whatever. But I try not to do hauls like this closer to Amazon, closer to the holidays. And also, I just wanted to make note, in my book, there's a little bit of like a printing problem on the black backgrounds of these pages, but it doesn't really show, like there's no problem with the front side of the pages. Like this one picked up a little bit of the black, but I think I can color over that. So I'm not too worried about it. And also, because it's Jade Summer, they give you 2 copies of each picture, so I can just color the other copy. So I'm not upset about that. Alright, and then the next book I have is It's All Y'all, an adult coloring book by Tabitha L. Barnett. So I had this one in my cart for a while, and then I just decided, since I was getting some other holiday books, why not just throw that in there. I'll show you the ISBN number. She has a couple other books that she calls Broken Circles, and I think I'm going to pick them up as well because I really like her style of illustrating. But this book has 25 hand-drawn fall-themed designs, including Halloween, Thanksgiving, mandalas, 3D designs, and broken circles. And then 20 of the designs are repeated on a black background. So I'm assuming this is what they mean by the 3D designs, where they have a little bit of graying around the image. And then this is what she means by the broken circles, which I think are adorable. And I'll show you on the inside some of the different types of illustrations you're getting. So I personally absolutely adore the more cartoony, very simple kind of cartoony characters, especially for holiday coloring, because it really gives me like a sense of nostalgia, and also I just think they're adorable. Let me know if you guys are the same way, or if I'm just like super out there with this, but if I see this kind of illustrations, I'm picking it up, because especially if it's like Christmas or Halloween themed. So this is what the inside of the book looks like. As you can see, I haven't broken the binding out all the way, so your image doesn't really go into the binding. Also, you get a nice border around your pictures. So they have some scenes with wording. This is what the mandalas look like. Super cute. More of like an imaged mandala, like with like a themed mandala, than just kind of an abstract-y feel. Then you get some just full paged, really cute. I absolutely love this illustration work in this book. So I definitely think I'm going to buy more of her books. That's cute. I think this would be super fun to do a watercolor background on. There's another. I'm not going to do a whole flip of this book right now. I guess it doesn't really matter. It's a mandala. I was trying to turn it the other way. I don't know why. But here's like one of the 3D. I think on camera it actually looks a little bit more 3D-ish than in person. And then more images. Oh, here are some of the broken circle examples for this book. I think that's kind of like all the different types of images that you're really getting in this book. And then I do want to show you just some of the 3D pictures, or I'm sorry, some of the black backgrounded pictures in this book because I think they're super cute. So this page is the only one that has it, and I think it's because it had a border on it. They left this white stripe down by her copyright and name, but all the other ones are just white printed. But here's what some of the same images look like in the back, and I'm not sure. Oh, here's what the broken circles look like with black background. Then some of the images. And I really like these mandalas with a black background. I think that's really cool. So then in the back you get a page with all of her social media information on it, which I'll just leave here if you want to take a screenshot and write anything down. But she does have a Facebook group. She does have some Instagram tab or hashtags for you to use, and then here's her Instagram. She has a Twitter, a Patreon, and a Redbubble, and then a couple other just websites for you to visit. And then also in the back you get this color test sheet. So this is, I really like this. You get 2 color test sheets, and one is with the white background and one is with the black background, which I think is super neat because in a lot of books where you get the white and black background, you're not getting color test pages where you can see what your color choices look like on the different backgrounds. But I think that's really neat to do because sometimes your color choices do maybe pop more on the black background or maybe stand out more and look more defined on a white background. So I thought that was really nice. I'm pretty happy with this book, and like I said, I definitely think I'll be purchasing more from her. So that was that book. And then the next book I got was the adult coloring book, Halloween Patterns by Jade Summer. So again, Jade Summer book, you get a couple thumbnails on the back. Here is the ISBN number. Jade Summer actually has a Christmas patterns book that I had bought last year and colored in quite a few pictures. But I already knew that I would really like this book because it's Halloween themed and I really liked the other one, so I picked it up. And also to note in this book, I think Jade Summer has started doing this with some of their books, but at the top on the back, you know, single-sided black backed pages, you're getting the title of the page on the black, oh my gosh, on the back. So it says Halloween Patterns by Jade Summer, and then it also numbers the images. So if you did tear this out of your book, you would know which book it came from and that kind of stuff, which I think is nice because I am a person that likes to tear pages out of my books. So and then also they have nice borders around the images for you. So that is that book. And then the next book I've got is Color by Number Mosaics. This is the Pixel Adults Coloring Book Halloween. So they actually have quite a, I think 3 or 4 Halloween ones, I want to say. This is the first book that I have bought from, I think it's on the inside, Rocket Publishing. And I'll show you the back. So I really like Mosaic or color by number books. And the pixel ones, you know, with just the squares are just as fine as like the Creative Haven coloring books or color by number. Oh my gosh. The Creative Haven color by numbers where you can actually see the image and you're coloring it in. I like them all. So I picked this one up, and as you can see on the back page here, you get a color palette and they show you kind of what they have in mind for the color and then the name of the color. And this color palette is used on every page throughout the entire book. So let me open it up. Again, I'm not showing you anything that you're not going to see when you purchase the book, so usually I try not to show color by numbers when they're finished. But inside, on the back of the title page, you get the copyright information, the publishing information, and then you get a bigger copy of the color palette. And they don't necessarily have the colors filled in here, they just left them grayed. But I guess it's just like a bigger copy of this, where maybe you could like test your markers and make sure it's how you think it's gonna lay down. And then you're getting, so these are single-sided. They are not perforated. They are in there. They do not really have borders, but the images are kept square and pretty much in the same placement with a nice border on them. And one of the things I don't like, though, well, there's two things I don't really like about this, is you can definitely tell what the image is right off the bat. So I kind of like to be surprised with my color by numbers, or especially if it's like the mosaic or, you know, abstracted ones. I really like that kind of color by numbers. Not that I don't do the other color by numbers, but I thought with it being mosaics and pixels that it would be a little bit more hard to tell. But I can get over that. And the other thing that I don't really necessarily like, but I might like, I don't know yet, is see how small the boxes are for the pixels? They are tiny. And I work on a computer all day for work, so my eyes get tired sometimes, and when I color, I don't necessarily want to strain them even more. So I don't know that I'll necessarily be trying this after work, but I'm going to try it and see if I actually like the smaller pixels or if not. The only good part is because you can see where the image is, you can kind of see where the colors are grouped together, so you could use like a bigger nibbed pen or marker and just kind of scribble them in instead of trying to stay in these boxes. But that is that book. If any of you guys have these books, especially the mosaic pixel adults, let me know and tell me if you liked it or what you thought. Sorry, somebody, I don't know if you guys could hear it, but somebody honked outside, so Lily ran over there. That was good, girl. It was only one yell this time, right? Just one time? That's all you needed? Okay, so the next book I have is Halloween Coloring Book by Molly Harrison. It says Witches, Vampires, and Cats Galore. So I do have some of I have 2 other Molly Harrison books. So, like with Molly Harrison books, she gives you a whole bunch of little thumbnails on the back. Here's her website and the copyright. And then I'll bring the ISBN up closer in case you need that. But the Molly Harrison books that I have are more of the cartoon-like ones. So in this book, yeah, like these are the images that I have of Molly Harrison's, where it's like the cute little, almost like chibi kind of girls. But in this book, you're kind of getting all of her different styles. So some of the pictures are a little bit more simple, even though the characters are a bit more detailed. And then some of them you're getting detailed characters with a detailed background. So I like that in this book she gives you kind of everything. So that is why I picked up that book. And of course it's Halloween. And then we're on to Christmas. So the next couple books I have are Christmas themed. I don't actually know if I'm going to participate in Christmas in July. I have been feeling very holiday-ish lately, but I don't necessarily know that I want to color Christmas. So this is the Christmas coloring book by Amy Smith. And on the back you get just a nice little blurb about the book and then the ISBN number. And I'm actually going to pull back out my Molly Harrison book because it's right here. But this book is more of like a rectangle, almost square book. So it's the same width as a normal coloring book. It's just the height that you get a bit of a difference. But I think I've said this before, I really like books that are different shapes. So it doesn't bother me at all. So in this book you're getting patterns. So a lot of like repeated images, or there are some like sayings with some images. And I kind of like that it's a littler book. This is so cute. This is definitely getting made into like a Christmas cookie page. I think that's adorable. But yeah, I definitely like that it's a smaller book for the repeating patterns and like the little sayings and stuff. And I also like it because I feel like, especially during Christmas gets chaotic and you have so much to do. So I feel like having like a simpler book with maybe not quite as big pages that you could just do your repeating patterns, or you know, if you wanted to make all of these different colors or whatnot. But having a book that is smaller means that you can actually finish the pages in one sitting if you want to. So that's nice because then you don't have whips everywhere. Oh, and here is, I don't think I showed you guys the copyright, but it's published by Clarity Media. So there's that information. And then the next book I have is Creative Haven. This is the Christmas Ornaments coloring book by Marty Noble. So I think it says, yeah, you get 31 illustrations in this book. And again, Creative Haven is Dover Publishing. I'll show you all of that information with the ISBN number over here. And again, I really like Creative Haven's books. They give you the inside flap colored, your title page, and then they go right into your pictures. And again, one-sided perforated edges. These have nice borders on them, on the images. And I think the designs are absolutely gorgeous. For me, it gives me like an old-timey kind of vibe with the Christmas ornaments. And I'm really excited to use maybe some fine liners and gel pens on this, especially like metallic or glitter gel pens. I think that would be amazing. But I'm super excited for this. These are maybe some images that would be whips. You couldn't finish in one sitting, at least for me. And then the final book, this is the final coloring book, and then I'll have some coloring supply-ish stuff to show you. This is a Charlie Brown Christmas coloring book. And here's what the back looks like. And here's the ISBN number. I absolutely love Charlie Brown and the Peanuts and all that stuff. Her hair got cut off. But it doesn't give any publishing information on this book, which made me a bit worried, but it does have a copyright information, so I guess we're okay there. And then you get a title page for your name to go on, and then a test coloring page with these adorable snowflakes. And a lot of like the Peanuts illustrations just kind of remind me of when I was little, so I think it's a really good book to have. Some of the pictures are just images on white background, and then some of them have like this gray kind of abstracty background behind them, which you could play with or just kind of forget about. And then other ones have like a scene on them. And you get quite a few vertical and horizontal pages, so landscape and portrait in this book. But they're all kept together. This is adorable. I love when they decorate Snoopy's little house. That's really cute too. But yeah, and then you get the landscape pictures as well. And again, I won't do like a whole flip through. I just want to give you kind of a general overview of what this book is like. Some really thicker lines, some thinner. And that's it. I think this book is quite dense, even though the pages in here are simpler. Oh my gosh, how freaking cute. How freaking cute. That's adorable. But yeah, I feel like this would be a book that you could totally relax in during Christmas, because it's not oversaturated with things for you to color, but it's still very cute. So the next couple things I have to show you are Harry Potter related. So I'll show you these first because they're a little bit more easy to see. I did keep one in the packaging, but I did open one just to see what they were really like. These are page clips, and they're magnetic. So they come with 2 sets of 4, so you get 8. And Remarks, I think, is the maker on this. Sorry, you guys are seeing my really nice paint job. But on the back they have the little Harry Potter logo, and then they have like their copyright whatevers. And then I'll unhook Dobby here. These aren't like the nicest magnetic clips that I've ever gotten, but I do have some from, I think, 31 magnetic clips, and those ones are extremely nice. But these are Harry Potter, so you know. But the image is printed and then cut out on the front, and it's all one piece, so the image isn't like stuck on there. And then the magnets are just kind of on the inside, but they are kind of like a thick magnet, so I'm guessing that a few pages might fit in between them. And because the character, it doesn't really, like the magnet lines up perfectly, but this square is kind of off. But that's okay, because they're just magnetic clips. So I thought I could use these for my coloring, not necessarily to hold the book open, but just make it easier for me to find the pages that I'm working on. Also, I like to read quite a bit, so I think I'm going to use those with that. But you do get 2 Harry Potters. There's Hagrid, Hedwig, and Dobby, and then Malfoy, Ron, Hermione. So you get different characters with your sets. So that is that. And then the next thing I have to show you came all together. So it was a pack of 8, and these are washi tapes, and they actually all came packaged together, but they're also individually packaged. So you get the thicker washi tape at the bottom, and then the thinner washi tape up here at the top. And I think you guys can see, they are glittered. So this one is the little one says, "I solemnly swear that I am up to no good." And then the big, thicker washi tape down here just has little feet prints. Very cute. I don't know if you can buy these separately or if they just come in the pack. I just saw them in a pack and I got them because I wanted them all, so I didn't really look. But and then this one is Honeydukes, and so the big one just has the Honeydukes logo on it, and then the little thinner washi tape up here just has some print, maybe like, I think that's a frog, maybe like a crystal. There's some lightning bolts, a feather. Very cute. Again, all glitter. I'll show you this one next. This one's very cute. This is just, it's not discolored, it's just the way the wrapping is. This one, the little one, says Polyjuice Potion in really fancy script. And then the thicker one has little cauldrons with some green splotches. And then this one I saved the best for last, in my opinion, because this one is my absolute favorite. I don't know how hard it's going to be. I think you guys can see that. So this one's like an astrological kind of feel, and I'm not going to keep moving it because I want you to see. But it has all the different houses on the thicker washi tape down here. So it has Gryffindor, Ravenclaw, Hufflepuff, and Slytherin, and they're kind of done in this astrological way. And then the background is this really pretty like galaxy kind of coloring. So it has like some blues, some pinks, there's definitely some purples, and then a black, and it's very iridescent, especially with the glitter on this. I think it is perfect. And then the smaller one up here is just the iridescent-y kind of galaxy feel. And on these washi tapes, I feel like you get quite a bit. So I was really happy with those. I think I'm going to use them to line some of my pages, especially during Halloween, in my Halloween books, just to give them like an extra touch. And then also I do use a planner. I don't do any like Zentangling or anything like that, but I do have a planner that I use, and I'll probably use these in that. So, and then the next couple of things I have to show you, I just wanted to show you in case you were interested. So they're not color related at all, but I wanted to show you the puzzle that I'm currently working on. So I just grabbed the little poster that it came with. So it is a Buffalo Games 1,000 piece puzzle, and this is what the image is gonna look like when it's done. So I actually have the whole border. I have this pretty much all done. The bottom is pretty much all done, and then I did get the house together this morning. So I only have really the water and the sky to work on, and then it should be done. And I love doing puzzles, so that is what I'm working on. And then I did order this puzzle. I did not try to open it. This is the way it came. I'm actually not that happy with how this came. I don't necessarily think that it was the delivery driver's fault, so I didn't put a complaint in on him, but I definitely think it was part of Amazon's fault, and that it came, you know, I bought it through the Amazon Prime, so it's not like it came from another seller. But it didn't come in a box. It literally came like this. So, like, anyone and everyone could see what I bought. I don't know. I just wasn't really all that happy about that. And then also the wrapping got torn, and I can't show you the bottom because it actually has my address on it. But yeah, the wrapping is torn and the box is quite damaged, especially on the bottom. It has a big gouge in the bottom. But I mean, if all the pieces are still there, I'll be happy. This is a 1,000 piece puzzle. It's a Halloween barn dance. So I'll bring it up so that you can see. I really like puzzles that are busy, and I really want to I want to put this one together and then frame it, and then I can have like some art that I can put up on my wall for Halloween. Really, I'll probably do like the whole fall season, but that is also what I plan to do with this poster or picture puzzle. Once I get this done, I'm actually going to frame it, and it's actually going to go up on my wall. I think in my living room is where I have planned right now. But I really like dusk or like sunset themed kind of busy photos or artwork, puzzles, whatever. But that is everything that I have purchased for the past 2 months, really. And I hope that you guys enjoyed this. I hope let me know down below if you like seeing different things in the haul videos, or if you just want me to strictly keep it coloring books, because I can definitely keep it coloring books if you guys don't want to see necessarily the different things that I'm purchasing. I did have like an order from like Ulta that I purchased some things, and I did have a 31 haul because my stepmom sells 31. And I do plan on using some of the bags that I got from her for my coloring book stuff. But let me know down below if you guys want to see stuff like that, or if you strictly just want to see my coloring book stuff. I also knit and crochet and do a lot of like crafty, different sketching, drawing, painting kind of stuff. So I do have some bags from 31 that I got for like storage for that kind of stuff. And sometimes I get things for those hobbies. But again, just let me know if you guys want to see more of the other things that I do, my other hobbies or crafting that I do, or if you would just like me to keep this strictly coloring related, because I can do either. So I look forward to hearing from you guys, and I hope that you enjoyed my mini haul, and I will see you next time. Bye!